So we're on our third lobster tail for the evening. And so this will be it. I'm finally getting really full. And this is what they have done with each and every lobster for us. They have removed it from its shell so that we are right straight to the meat. And thank you for that. Okay.
Thank you very much.
So that's what I was just saying. So this is what we're doing, and you've seen the lobster, and you know, life is. I don't know who coined the phrase life journey, but I know that for me, the first time I used it was the first time that I used it. So in my mind, I had created it myself. But life is a journey. And I remember my older sister, Barbara, you know, she was so very sick before she finally did transition, and we would be on the phone talking. She was definitely a confidant, just like I was of hers. And our visits, we spent hours on the phone, just hours. And I forgot what I was going to say. We've also had some but we're on our third lobster, and you know, we're here, and I'm with my firstborn, and she's celebrating the last few days of being 40 before she transitions into 41. And I can remember her last week before she came out into the world, and I was in the hospital home at Salisbury Peninsula Regional, whatever it's called, the medical center, or I don't know what it was called. We used to call it PGH for so long. That's what the natives, the locals, still call it sometimes, PGH, and we know what that is. But anyway, a couple months earlier, I had just been released because I had went through a bout of Guillain-Barré syndrome. And virtually, it's caused by a virus similar to what we are experiencing today with COVID-19, from the same family of coronaviruses. And what it did for me, it stripped the myelin sheath from around my nerves that went to my voluntary muscles. So you need the myelin sheath there so it can convey the signal. I tell my brain, leg, move. And that signal would go from my brain down to my leg to make it to move. But with the myelin sheath being inhibited, the signal could not go. So the end result was just like I was paralyzed with my voluntary muscles. And I was going into my, 5th or 6th month of pregnancy. And here I was lined up in the hospital bed. It started with me at home, just falling down. I just started falling down. Before that, I had not experienced any problems with my pregnancy. I had, of course, moved from Oklahoma from Tulsa back to my mother's house. Well, hon, desserts here already? Anyway, Guillain-Barré syndrome. I was paralyzed, and I don't know. I remember leaving the hospital in between the delivery and experiencing my paralysis. So, but here I am today, and you've already looked from me. Oh no. Okay. Oh, she said, oh no. And the uterus is an involuntary muscle. So I could have been lying there totally paralyzed, unable to move any finger, any toe, even breathe on my own, because breathing, the lungs are also a voluntary muscle. But from the uterus, it's an involuntary muscle. So she would have come regardless of my state of being. As long as I was alive, she would have come out of my uterus. So there you go, the power of the transference and the continuance of life, that even in a state of paralysis the baby would have come. But anyway, so we also celebrate that journey as we approach January 29, 2022. God, God is good. God is so amazingly good. Yeah.